Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jeff. This is Jeff Trail Dust, and if you've been here before, you've probably checked out my videos about the Venture Tec Rack that I have on my 2017 TRD Pro Tundra. You may know, or you may not, but if you haven't, check it out. I actually removed the rooftop tent that I had on there. I had my Ironman 4x4 America RTT actually mounted to the Venture Tec Rack using the supplied hardware for the RTT. This is a joke. And so I, just out of safety, decided to remove the RTT. My video complaining about it and trying to come up with some other source of what I was gonna do, I had somebody reach out to me and actually tell me about a company called Wheel Every Weekend. Got these cool stickers. And I checked this out. They have a proprietary, this works with the Venture Tec Rack. And by that I mean little sandwich around the actual bar, and it's a perfect match. And then your tent hardware will actually slip through here and then securely mount it. It's not going anywhere. And they have these special nuts that are included, so it just makes it more secure. You don't have to worry about somebody stealing your stuff. In addition to getting the tent mounted back, I'm also going to install, I have two of these panels here. These are the jerry can holders for the Putco Venture Tec Rack. I have two of these. I've got one here today. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one installed. The other one should be here maybe tomorrow. And I also have a full length panel that is, we'll get to that. I'm not gonna be able to do all this today. And then I ordered one extra load bar to go across the top. I could have purchased two of these, but I felt like just because of the 5.5 foot bed on the Tundra wasn't really necessary. But I'll have to install this as well. But it will help me be able to get the tent away from the cab of the truck. I'm gonna put these through the floor of the tent to pop the. If you've got an RTT, you know what I'm talking about. Gets a little window, keeps the flap away from, creates the drip line and everything. The way that I had it on there before, it was too close to the cab, and this is gonna allow me to kind of like give myself some room, get it away from the cab of the truck. I'd like for the tent to come out just right even with, or just a little bit beyond the tailgate. Just by doing that, that gives a natural barrier to keep people from trying to steal anything out of the bed of the truck. Eventually, probably gonna go with probably use the decked system back there to have two drawers, mount my fridge on top of it. They would, unless the fridge slide's in operation, that's gonna keep anything from being able to be removed from the back. So just to try to secure that area. And anyway, so we're gonna get right into it, and we'll come back with the finished product and give a kind of what I think. But hey, this right here, solid. And thank you so much. Had somebody reach out to me and tell me that. Now, if you've got a different brand bed rack, they make them for virtually everything that I've seen out of the market. So check that out, Wheel Every Weekend. And that's it's a solid choice. Way better than this junk. And I'm not even sure they even have an idea of how that's supposed to go on there. But anyway. All right, let's get to it. Okay, there is just a small bit of assembly here to put these back together. Just like basically you've got two of these included, and I don't have them over here, they're over there, but then you've got the little feet, the angled bracket that attaches to the main hoops. And we'll put those on next. It's just basically just lining those up Putting a little thread locker on there, just for good measure, since this will have a tent actually attached to it. All right, we'll just snug these down and put the other one in, and then we'll put the bracket. Now these are what lays across as it attaches, and I've got all the hardware for it, but it's the same shape as this. Well, that's gonna go on next. Right there. All right, so got to put it back on the other side as well to get a pair of those. So first, I decided to mock the panels up first, just to make 100% sure of what they were going to look like, and to make sure I could achieve exactly what I was trying to do. In doing this, we noticed that going to run into an issue on the with the 18-inch panels due to the nature of the panel not having cutouts. And the second panel, I'm going to have to do something different, as you will see here. So you can see exactly what I'm talking about. The long panel has 3 cutouts. So it gives you actually plenty of room to be able to mount this additional bar pretty much wherever you want it to. But because of the 5.5 foot bed, these 18-inch jerry can panels, which, you know, if you wanted to put 2 of them on here, that creates a little bit of a conundrum. Now what I've noticed though is there seems to be there's enough play. So what I've decided to do is, when the second one comes in, as you can see, I don't have these in yet. They're just held in with the little locking tab there. But what I plan on doing, I'm going to take the bolts out right here and run that on top, so the load panel bolt will hold here and here. And it's got a little bit of an overlap there, but not too bad. And on this side, I will slide a couple of washers up underneath there, and that'll keep that nice and square. There shouldn't be any issue. And of course the bottom will be as it should be. Unless I come up with something different, and I may want to end up, you know, who knows, some nice storage boxes or something like that might work well. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead now. I've got it just basically how it's going to stay for now. And I'm going to go ahead and put these panels on. But this is exactly where I want it. And I can live with this. And I can make this work if I decide to use another one of these panels. So, all right, let's get to it. Adding your panels can be achieved in 3 easy steps. Step 1 is to add your square nuts into the channel and use your Allen wrench or something appropriate to slide your nut down the track to about the appropriate area where you would like to add your panel. Then just line up with the slotted holes and add your nuts and your bolts. On your longer panel, you want to make sure that you have used the adequate number of nuts before you start to tighten, because once tightened, you cannot run more nuts down. How long did it take? You know, it probably didn't take really but about 30 minutes to do. And so all I've got to do at this point, just double check. And before I tighten down my load bar here, I just want to make sure that my measurements are correct, because I want to have about 9 to 10 inches of overhang from where the tent mounts. So concentrate the load basically within about a 3 foot span or so. Anyway, all right, so that's about it for tonight. Tomorrow we'll get back after it, and we will get the RTT mounted. Until then, see you then. Okay, so I've been storing the RTT on top of the Land Rover for the past couple of months, waiting to figure out a better strategy on mounts. From an elevated surface, it's quite easy, so just dropped it back onto the Venture Tec Rack. Easy enough. Well, that was fairly easy. Whoa. All right, so we're gonna just take some measurements real quick, make sure that we have it good and square. Once I get where it needs to sit for the clamps to hold it to the rack, at that point I'm just gonna make a few measurements here, just to make sure that I've got an equal distance for the front and the back. I will slide the new studs with the little plates through the extrusion, and we'll get this thing bolted up real quick. All right, I got it reasonably straight and whatnot, but I've got the little things here, which I'm gonna slide in here, run those back, and at least get it to a pretty good starting point. And if I need to adjust from there, I can do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the two in at the back that are at the back very far. And then the rest of them, I'll just slide in from the front side. These can be a challenge to move. Just a couple of tactics, because as you see, we start getting a little bit grooved up from all the moving back and forth. But if you take a small adjustable wrench and just do that, that opens that up, and it moves super easy. All right, a few more minutes of moving these things around to get them close, and then we will install these brackets. Go like that. And we got these nifty anti-theft nuts that come with them. All right, better get back to work. We're gonna run out of daylight. Here's an alternate view. You can see it all tightened up. Get a good look at the anti-theft nuts. I need a new cover soon. That pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for sticking with us to the end here. Just some quick things that I'd like to point out as we do a quick walk around. You get a good view of the Will Every Weekend brackets for the Venture Tec Rack. I would say those, without a doubt, are a monumental plus. Also here we're kind of see some of the fitment issues. Those bolts were completely tight and they're still loose. So I'm gonna have to go back with some washers. Gap. There's a gap. Yeah, as you can see here, the Max Tracks panel allowed for three cutouts where you could put at least 2 load bars in addition to, not taking up track space there. The jerry can holders, as you see here, solid all the way across the top. No gap. My biggest complaint. Extra bar takes the place. Of being able to put another one of those because there's no cutouts. And so we're going to have to actually explore some way to be able to kind of make that better. I really like the idea of the Venture Tec Rack. I really do. And they came out with a lot of momentum on that. I think that possibly some of this could just have a little bit better fit quality. I don't know. That's that's just me. Maybe being a little hypercritical just because of the chintzy little tent brackets that they include. But if you're gonna buy one of these or any other one for that matter, and you're not exactly sure how you're gonna securely mount your tent to your rack, I would definitely say give the Wheel Every Weekend a chance to see if they offer something for your make of bed rack. Those are very, very well made. I really like the idea of that. Like I said, though, I'm gonna have to go back and to the drawing board here and just determine exactly how I want to mount that extra panel, or if I just forego the panel and do something different. I may go with some sort of storage box or something like that. I feel like I could probably make something work, and we're just gonna keep building this Tundra out, and nice full-size Overland vehicle. As I keep adding to this build, we'll keep dropping new content. So anyway, we would love for you to subscribe. Give us a like if you got anything out of it. Drop us a comment in the comment section. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.